Going across to our guest joining us this morning, Geeta Bhatt, who is a political analyst joining us from New Delhi, and Rakhi Mitra, political analyst joining us live from Kolkata. Good morning to you, both of you. Geeta Bhatt, let me go across to you now because these are the signs that have been given increased importance to the two states, the two eastern states of West Bengal and Assam, and even the Prime Minister just tweeting a short while back where he has used the hashtag of Atmanirbhar Purvi Bharat. This has also been mentioned something in the recently unveiled Union Budget, the Prime Minister, who will be launching several key infrastructure projects.
Well, yes, I think that in 2014, when the Modi government came to power, before that, the UPA government had a policy of, look east. But after the NDA government came to power in 2014, therefore, there has been a special emphasis on the northeastern part of the India, which has not been able to, keep pace because of various reasons with the kind of development which was taking place in the other parts of the country. And hence, this look east policy was then changed from look east to act east. And hence, there has been a lot of emphasis in terms of looking at the northeastern states and how they can be brought at par in terms of development as it has been taking part especially in the northern part of the country. So, with this similar thought process, the government has been time and again launching various, road projects. Connectivity is a very important issue for the people of Northeast, and also in terms of development, there are a lot of natural resources, which can be explored and find out for example, from Oil and Natural Gas Commission. And in the similar way now, today there is going to be the BPCL oil and gas pipeline, which is to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister today. So these are the various schemes where the main motive is basically to bring development in that area. And that is what in that particular sequence today's events
development or something which is really rattling or putting the TMC government to an edge there. Ms. Mitra, if you want to respond on that, because the BJP's Rath Yatra in West Bengal that was flagged off by the party chief has already run into controversy, not because permission was denied, but because it has been granted. The TMC Youth Congress in the Nadia district, where the BJP's Parivartan Rath Yatra was announced, also said that they too will be holding a Jan Samarthan Yatra starting with thousands of motorcycles crisscrossing the district. How do you see this development taking place? Wherever the BJP is holding their yatras, the TMC is doing exactly the same.
Can I come in? Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Hello? Hello? Yeah. Wherever
yes,
our PM or Nadda ji or Amit Shah ji holds a rally in West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee immediately, she has been already labelled as a copycat, she immediately does the same. But the funniest thing that you see is since yesterday or even 2-3 days back, the way her party members are rattled. Yesterday you have seen her Bhaipo, whom we call a Bhaipo, Abhishek Banerjee, he has said, look at the language he has used in a rally. He has said, "Tor bap ke giye bol je 5 kilometer er moddhe ami dariye achi." That is the language he is using. Another TMC leader, Madan Mitra, is saying, "Khela hobe khela." And Anubrata Mondal, another TMC leader, says, "Dhak phatiye de." Do you understand what these people are really meaning? They want violent elections. Maybe we have never seen in the recent past such violent elections, because the words of these TMC leaders, the way they are saying it, that itself indicates that Bengal is heading for a bloody election. It will be a bloodbath-filled election. They are rattled and they are ready to do anything.
But what is the issue
Narendra Modi ji came for
there? Because political violence in the state that has been witnessed on and off, and it still continues, unfortunately. But will it clearly change the dimension there, Dr. Bhatt? Because around Many of those developmental projects that the Prime Minister has been talking about, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has been talking about, JP Nadda yesterday when he was there talking about several of those developmental schemes that have already been launched by the central governments, and their benefits have not been given to the people there on ground. And with Mamata Banerjee now appealing the centre to put forth those schemes into effectiveness in the state of West Bengal, he says it is too late for the state, where now he is saying that securing the benefits of many of those developmental schemes is too late in the day for the Chief Minister to call upon it. Dr. Bhatt.
Well, yes, it is actually unfortunate that, developmental projects by the central government are being seen, with an electoral point of view by the Mamata Banerjee government. And we have seen time and again in the last couple of years that there were various schemes which were launched by the central government. For example, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Nidhi Samman, which still has not been implemented in West Bengal. And in fact, more than 70 lakh farmers have been deprived of this scheme for the last more than 2.5 years. And now when through the registration on this can be done by the farmers online, and a large number of farmers from West Bengal are now registering themselves. Now suddenly the TMC government has realized that this may, because it is a poll-bound state, and they know that in few months elections are going to be held and are to be announced any time now by the Election Commission. They are trying to see it and now taking it forward for facilitating the implementation of this scheme. So this is very clear, and it is not just that. For example, Ayushman Bharat. This is yet to be implemented. This central scheme is yet to be implemented in West Bengal. Now, if the people of West Bengal, the counter that is being given, has been given time and again by TMC and Mamata Banerjee, is that the state government is already giving such a scheme to the people of West Bengal. Now, nothing is going to happen if the people of state of West Bengal are able to take benefit from both the schemes, from the central scheme as well as the state scheme. So depriving this, and unfortunately, shows the kind of mindset that the TMC government of West Bengal has got, that they are not really bothered about facilitating the people, helping the people with the various welfare schemes which are available.
Ms. Mitra wants to also come in, because West Bengal has boasted of its progressive, casteless, leftist politics in decades. Do you believe, Ms. Mitra, that the situation has completely changed in the last couple of years, but we are still witnessing many incidents of political violence happening down in the state?
Bengal has always been filled with political violence. In the last 40 years, we have seen that. But what Madam was just saying, that Ayushman Bharat, she did not allow it to be implemented, and she has come up with another project, Shastro Sati. And every day in West Bengal, we are seeing the people who have availed those cards, Shastro Sati cards, they are going to the hospitals, and the hospitals are not entertaining them. So what is this health card that she is giving to the people? She is cheating them, and she is announcing again and again. Even day before yesterday, she announced in the Vidhan Sabha that I have given so many health cards. The health cards which are not working. It is not working. The hospitals are not accepting it. Her health budget does not allow her that amount of money which she is saying that I have given for Shastro Sati. So that's a blatant lie that she is telling to the people of West Bengal. And every project that the centre gives her, she immediately gives it her own name, a different name, and she says, I do not want to see the picture of Narendra Modi, there will be only my picture, and I will come up with a different name. This way she is depriving the people of West Bengal. She does not understand that. Whatever money comes, she immediately changes it into her own scheme, her own name, her own narrative, and then she deprives the people. If you see the health budget, you can understand that she is cheating. She is saying, I have given Shastro Sati card to 9 crore people, worth 5 lakhs. And how much is her health budget? Not even 1/10 part of it. That means she is lying. And that too, she is lying in the Vidhan Sabha also. So I hope the people of West Bengal are seeing it. Yesterday we saw a video was doing the rounds where Madan Mitra, he was
she comes and is participating in the event in Haldia today, because Dr. Bhatt, the invitation has been given. But what she said, that she was being heckled and humiliated in the last visit of the Prime Minister when he was there in Kolkata for the 125th birth celebrations of Subhash Chandra Bose. That was also observed as Parakram Divas. Now, we don't know how she is going to be reacting today. Invitation has been sent, Dr. Bhatt.
Well, yes, these are the courtesies that whenever the Prime Minister is visiting the state, the state chief minister, it is in fact a protocol should actually be present, and when there is an invitation extended to her, she should be present. And it is very sad to know that, and we all witnessed it, that when there was this 125th birthday celebration of Subhash Chandra Bose at that time, in that function, if some people in the crowd they chanted Jai Shri Ram, it was taken as an offense or as an insult by her. So in the process, she actually in a way not only insulted by saying that she has been insulted, the whole program and the whole focus which was supposed to be meant on the celebrations, it was such an important day. It was equivalent to basically having a national celebration. Everywhere across the country these events were taking place. The whole focus shifted from there to Mamata Banerjee deciding in protest, not speaking in the function just because some people chanted Jai Shri Ram. So in a way, she also insulted the national, not only one of the national icons, but also the cultural icon of Indian civilization. That is Bhagwan Shri Ram. I mean, how can she correlate that chanting Jai Shri Ram is something which could be an offense to a chief minister, state chief minister? She is trying to correlate, her existence, her politics with the chanting of Jai Shri Ram. Even in the 2019 Lok Sabha election, we saw that at places where she was greeted or, while passing through the road.
When the same chants were raised in the assembly too, when she was announcing the budget, and how it was a walkout by the opposition parties there, that was well witnessed by everyone, because the TMC Supremo, who is blocked in a tug-of-war with the challenger BJP ahead of the elections over claiming of the legacy of Bengal icons, including Subhash Chandra Bose, saying that the government will be constructing an Azad Hind monument in Kolkata, Jai Hind Bhavans across the districts, and State Planning Commission after legendary freedom fighter Subhash Chandra Bose itself. While she moved out of the program rather, and she did not speak much on the dais when she was invited on Parakram Divas with the Prime Minister. Let's see her reaction today with what will be if she comes across to the Haldia event, that the Prime Minister will be there to inaugurate several key developmental projects. Thank you very much, Dr. Geeta Bhatt and Rakhi Mitra, for taking out your time this morning and helping us understand the Bengal situation.